Well, hello friends, and welcome to another video. It has been a minute since I uploaded, and honestly, what happened is I lost my camera charger. I brought it to show weekend with me, and I'm assuming I left it in the hotel room or it fell out of my bag or something. But my camera was out of battery and I just had to order a new charger on Amazon. But we are back, and this is just going to be a super quick video. I honestly just wanted to get something up for you guys because obviously my last show is over. That was my last video. And now we are moving on. So I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in on what's been going on this past week, kind of my plans moving into my off season, because yes, my competition season is over for this year. So I really didn't take time to write down or outline this video or how I want it to go or anything like that. I literally was just like, I'm gonna sit down and record a video. So it is 5 p.m. right now. I've been working all day, have not moved from my chair downstairs. This is what we're looking like, and I'm a mess, but we're just gonna go with it, see where this video takes us. Hopefully I don't ramble for too long. So to start, I just want to say thank you guys all so much for all of your support with my last video. I have read through all the comments, and I think there's still a bunch I need to respond to, but just even your support throughout this whole series and this whole prep and just my whole journey in general. I've had a lot of people tagging me on Instagram and stuff, in stories of them watching my super old videos, and it's crazy how long my channel has been around. The beginning Lex bulking days through my prep, and just seeing all those posts and kind of seeing how far I've come since then, and just kind of who I am now, and the fact that I have all of that on here, it motivates me to be better about vlogging, because I think it's really cool to have all my whole journey documented, you know. I want to go back and watch them. Anyways, so for starters, after my show, you guys saw the placing did come out. So I got 3rd in novice and 6th in open. I'm still waiting on judges' feedback, so I'll definitely fill you guys in when I get that. It was the same judges as my last show, so I'm assuming it will be pretty similar to my last show. What I do know just from being on stage, and I think I can look at things pretty objectively, is just that I was very lean compared to a lot of the girls up there. And I am just a very small person, so when I'm lean, I just look very small next to the other people up there. I don't think my symmetry is super off. I do think I need fuller glutes, but overall, I have growing to do. I have muscle to put on, and I think no matter if I got 1st place or dead last, I would know I had improving to do. That's kind of what this sport is about, and one of the reasons that I love it so much. Yeah, you could be like, I want to get my pro card or whatever, and you accomplish that, and then you're like, check. But physique-wise, there's always going to be improvements to make, and that's one thing I realized. And so I'm not trying to compare myself to other girls who I was on stage with. I'm just trying to look at the areas that I need to improve. So it's growing season, baby. Basically, after my show, obviously I enjoyed myself Saturday night after that vlog ended. It honestly ended just because my camera died. But I went and got a burger and fries, and I had way too many of those cookies. Not way too many, but I think I had 4 of those cookies. I had a few glasses of wine, and then the next day, so Sunday and Monday, I did take off of tracking completely. Sunday was definitely more of a fun YOLO day, just because it was Sunday, it was the weekend. I have a lighter workload, so I went to brunch, I went out to dinner with my roommates. I just kind of snacked on stuff that I wanted, and post-show things for me, I've gotten a lot of requests to do cheat day videos or 10K challenge, and for me, it's not that I don't do them because to make a point, it's just that I have no desire to. To me, food is meant to be enjoyed, but I like to eat to the point where I am full, I'm satisfied, I don't really want more food, and coming out of this show, stopping there was not an issue. So I just kind of ate what I wanted in the quantities that I wanted. It was probably a lot of food because I was hungry. I was really excited to eat. Monday, I was a little bit more chill, just more like normal, like Lexi staple things, because I was just working all day, but it was really nice to just like not track, eat what I wanted. Again, my macros were probably pretty high, didn't track anything. And after that, like my weight actually stayed very stable, which my body always does, which is really, really weird. And since then, I have been reversing. So during my second peak week or going into my second show, we were trying to fill out a bit more, so my macros were pretty high. My macros now are lower than that just because with a reverse, obviously you're not trying to manipulate like your immediate short-term physique as much as you are just trying to increase your metabolic capacity, right? So I have been on the same macros since last Tuesday. I check in Wednesdays, so I'm assuming my macros will be increased on Wednesday. I've basically been maintaining around stage weight, so I mean that's very, very common for weight to drop or stay stable. After my like YOLO weekend, I actually was like hitting new lows, which was really weird, but again, that's like kind of common. Your body's just like, oh bless me with all the food. But yeah, macros, because I know people will ask, these do not apply to you. I'm literally just sharing these with you for data. Please don't follow these. And I say that every video, but I'm just obligated to say it. My macros have been 200 carb, 40 fat, 130 protein on all days. I don't have like designated like free or untracked meals yet. Again, it's literally 9 days post show, so like 1 week post show. I did take last week, so until today, to train at 50%, which honestly is really hard for me, just because for me, I'm like so ready to grow and improve. I want to like go ham in the gym, but what you have to remember is after 22 weeks of dieting really hard and doing a lot of cardio and training, I did take last week, so until today, to train at 50%, which honestly is really hard for me, just because for me, I'm like so ready to grow and improve. I want to like go ham in the gym, but what you have to remember is after 22 weeks of dieting really hard and doing a lot of cardio and training as hard as I possibly could every time I was in the gym, my body's really tired. And I actually came out of last show, I trained Sunday and Monday, and I think I hit shoulders and legs, obviously because those are my favorite, and I like had a lot of energy and I went ham, and it took me until, so it's Sunday, Monday, it took me until Saturday to not be like sore, and that just goes to show you like how diminished my recovery capacity was after prep, or just how ham I went, or maybe a combination of both. But just because I'm like eating a bit more now, not that my intake is like super high or anything, it's like a ton of food for me, but it's a lot of food compared to where I was at the beginning, in the depths of my prep. And it might be a lot of food for some people coming out of the show. I know every coach reverses differently. But my body doesn't go from literally having like no recovery capacity because I was doing a lot of cardio and eating pretty low amount of food, to being like at a prime just because prep is over. Like now, it's not like your body's just like, oh, prep's over, like back to normal, right? Hence why you have to reverse diet. But I have been sticking to my reverse. I haven't had any issues like overeating or like binging or anything like that. I know that's something that a lot of people struggle with post-show. And what I will say is that it definitely, like I've definitely been very, very hungry, and it is hard just knowing that like I could overeat, like I want to grow, like why not, you know? But at the end of the day, I know that like the holidays are around the corner. I have so much travel and fun stuff coming up. The food will always be there, just like I said during prep. So it's really not an issue for me to like stick to my reverse in the short term, because I know that like I will have more freedom and stuff coming like in the near future. My cardio right now is at 2 25-minute list sessions per week, so not a lot, and it's not an issue. I actually like thoroughly enjoy it. 2 25-minute sessions is kind of nice. Time to like catch up on Instagram comments and watch YouTube and whatever. I don't know. I enjoy it. And I guess just in terms of like my approach to everything, so like that's like the biggest thing that I would say has changed. Like I said, I haven't had any issues like cheating on my reverse or anything like that, but with prep, a level of neuroticism that you have to go to, or that I went to, just in terms of staying on top of digestion, just making sure that you really are like zeroing out your macros every day, and all that kind of stuff. So you guys know, like, I really ate almost the same thing every single day. Not because you have to, not because everyone does on prep, but when you are prepping, like, you really want to make sure that your digestion is on point and your body is using everything as efficiently as possible, right? So you guys know, for the majority of prep, I really, especially the end, I really tried not to like volume eat. I didn't eat things that I knew like maybe made me a little bloated or didn't agree with me. I've never been someone who eats a lot of like artificial stuff in terms of like artificial sweeteners or like protein bars or protein treats or whatever, but I like really stuck to the basics, because again, if you're volume eating, that's a lot more food that your body has to process. If you're eating things that make you bloated, it's just a lot harder to pick up and like have accurate trends in terms of like weight data and even physique data when you're taking progress pictures and stuff like that. So what I would say is now, like, I do still eat like very similar things, not like all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna live off of Halo Top and like protein bar. I'm not like just eating junk or any like super processed stuff or anything like that, but there are things like, if I'm hungry, I will have a salad, even though that might bloat me. Like, I'm having my like frozen waffles, I might have like cereal. I'm not like as rigid with like the things that I'm eating, because I'm sending progress pictures once a week. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna eat what I want to eat as long as it fits within my macros, and obviously I will always focus on gut health, digestive health, etc. But just allowing myself more leniency there, obviously. Like, I'm not gonna say no if my roommates ask me if I want like a bite of something, or if I want like a few pieces of cereal after my meal, or like, I'm not gonna track my like reduced sugar ketchup, or like weigh out my lettuce. You know what I mean? Like, little things like that. I will track my vegetables, I don't weigh them out. I don't know, that like I always would do on prep, like always. And that's just like normal off-season things. It's like not a big deal, but like when you've been doing that for 22 weeks, like literally weighing out your like sugar-free ketchup to the gram or whatever, it feels really nice not to. Whatever. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. Honestly, like this past week, I've just been focusing a lot on my business, my clients, new clients, kind of where I want to take my business, new content I want to put out for you guys, for Instagram, guides, ebooks, all of that exciting stuff. I think prep, no matter how like extreme it is, how much or little cardio you're doing, it's very time consuming, and it is something where it is a very selfish, and I don't mean that in like the I'm the best, like narcissistic type of way. I just mean it in like, you are very focused on bringing your best and giving everything you can to prep, and like that is part of it, and like that's important. And for me, like doing that for 18-20 weeks out of a year is great. It was so much fun. I loved it. I 100% will do it again. But there's a lot of things that do take at least somewhat of a backseat. Like, my clients, I'm always going to make sure that they're getting the attention that they deserve. But in terms of other business ventures, spending time with friends, just really going above and beyond and working on other things, that stuff all kind of took a backseat. So this past week has really just been me kind of laying out really what I want to accomplish outside of this sport. So business-wise, travel-wise, things like that, and just working a lot. It's been really nice to sit down and like make a plan and know that I have the time in the immediate future to do all the things that I want to do that you really don't have time or like the focus, I guess, to do on prep, just because like as a person, how I see it, like you only have so much capacity, right? And I'm someone who, if I'm doing something, I'm gonna do it 100%. So during prep, it was really like my prep and like my current business and where it's at and my current clients, and those were the things that got a lot of my energy. And obviously like friends and like whatever like will always be important. I couldn't really focus on like growing those things as much because I did need to center my energy around those things. So that's really what I've been doing this past week, and that's what I will be focusing a lot on. So there is a lot of exciting stuff coming that I'm really excited about. Kind of going forward, obviously the holidays are also approaching, so I have a lot of really fun stuff coming. With that, I'm going to New York for Thanksgiving with my family because my brother plays hockey out there and he has games and stuff, so we're going to New York City, and then I'll be with my brother and my family for a little bit. I may or may not be going to Chicago before that with not to go home, just to like go to the actual city with my roommates. I'm still deciding on that one because Christmas, obviously I'm going home, then I'm actually going to Europe for a little bit with my mom and dad and sister, like right after Christmas through New Year's. So I have a lot of travel fun stuff coming up. I'm also going to Kansas City, Missouri for Melissa's birthday, who was in one of my last couple vlogs. It's her birthday and her law school graduation. So I'm going there. It's one of those things where I think just during prep, because I like really could, like it's just really hard to travel and stay on track and keep digestion, all that kind of stuff on track. So it's really exciting for me to like be able to go like do all these. I know I also have talked about my breast augmentation. That's November 16th. And there's a few reasons which I'm going to go into it, but I canceled it. I'm still going to get them at some point. I know there's a lot of like talk about breast implant illness and all of that kind of stuff, and I totally think it's a legit thing. I have had many conversations with my doctor. I'm actually going to sit down with my doctor when I am home next and talk to him about it because I am type 1 diabetic, so in my head I'm like, I already have an autoimmune disease. I feel like that would make me more prone to it, but we are taking like preventative measures against it, if that makes sense. But breast implants are something that I really want. I would do them yesterday if I could, but when my doctor is at home too, obviously I have a lot of travel and stuff coming up that kind of like interferes with it, and I'm not gonna like put boobs before like life experiences. Like I have the rest of my life to get boobs. But those might be coming like right pre-Christmas or like early New Year. I'll keep you guys posted on that, but I figured some of you guys might ask. And yeah, I'm someone who I'm like very cautious when it comes to my health, just because I have a lot of health issues in terms of like my diabetes and celiac. But yeah, I still really want them. I'm still gonna get them at some point, most likely. I'm trying to think of what else. It's really dark outside and this lighting sucks, and I really need to get to the gym. But I did want to get this video up. Reverse diet is going well. I did spend a while today laying out all the expenses of competing and kind of what I spent, what other people tend to spend, because I know like every situation is different. So that's gonna probably be the next video I record. Obviously I'll also continue doing like full days of eating and vlogs and documenting this reverse diet and all that kind of stuff. My growing season, because it's that time, baby. But let me know what suggestions you guys have, because I always like putting videos up that are, one, enjoyable, and two, helpful, informative, etc. for you guys. Comment, share, like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. Hit the bell so you don't miss another video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.